Monkey-year-old Jannabi. Our music material is nostalgia. Yoon Soo-jong, Chosun Ilbo reporter. Release date December 5, 2024. Interview with Jannabi on their 10th anniversary. Music that brings nostalgia. This is the praise that was poured on the band Jannabi's song, For Lovers Who Hesitate, in 2019. When you listen to this song, which achieved the monthly numbered 1 spot on music charts that even idols find difficult to achieve, the first thing that catches your ear is the soft strings and guitar melody that is reminiscent of 1970s LPs. The title song of the band's second full-length album, Legend. The second album is an album that was included in the list of Korea's 100 greatest albums. Jannabi's music is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. We recently met at their studio in Bundong, Gyeonggi Province. They said, "We are currently working on a 10th anniversary album, aiming for release next spring. Next year, we plan to significantly expand the range of local performances that we were unable to do this year. We postponed the release that we were planning to release this year in order to spend more time working on the songs. If our past albums focused on pouring our energy, our fourth full-length album next year is focused on letting go of the energy," he said. The two said that the reason their music is described as nostalgic is because they used old music as a guide. "I thought deeply about what we really liked, and it was old music." He said, "When we first debuted, we studied all the old music from our seniors like Elton John and Sanul Rim, but when we traced back to their origins, they all had the common denominator of the Beatles, like a mathematical formula. The band's tendency to pursue old things can be seen in the fact that they took over a 5-story building in their hometown of Bundong 2 years ago, and are using the entire 4 floors as a studio. Studios are usually enclosed spaces. However, here, they put the recording machine in an open living room with large windows that let in sunlight, and they record their instruments and voices. It is reminiscent of the early recording studios in Korea in the 1960s. The old-fashioned fixed-dial telephone on one side of the studio was also a great instrument for them to recreate the ringing sound of that time. Their studio is filled with old instruments that are now almost out of production, such as Lindrum, a type of drum machine. They collect vintage synthesizers to combine sounds that each have a different story and nostalgia. The way of writing songs is also analog. Chae Jung-hoon, who is in charge of writing lyrics, said, "There are many sad love songs, so people misunderstand them as my personal experiences. But the phrases in the book are a great source." The fact that books by domestic novelists such as Sunwoo, he appeared in the music video for the song For Lovers Who Hesitate also reflects his reading taste. He said, "I've been into poetry recently. I've been looking for and reading author Han Kang's poetry collection since I was working on my second album 2019, long before the news of the Nobel Prize. The latest album, the third album 2020, is the result of falling in love with the romantic poet Baudelaire. Our music also pursues invisible romanticism such as love, friendship, and peace rather than realistic things, so it resembles Baudelaire's tone." In Jannabi's solo concert, various romantic conversations that are easily forgotten in our busy daily lives come back to life. What kind of romanticism will Jannabi bring back next year? Chae Jung-hoon said, "Even in the cutting-edge AI era, I want to present music that mixes nostalgia from the old days. Nostalgia is the main ingredient of our music. Our first task is to reinterpret and rewrite the emotion of nostalgia that has existed since the birth of music in the year 1 AD.